Hello, Void. Vivi Rizzo here to talk once more. And I'm continuing to work my way through that 20 movie collection. I just didn't want to grab the case and start brandishing it around again because you can't see the little covers on it anyway, so forget it. Okay, movie this time Revolt of the Zombies. A 1936 black and white zombie film, sort of. Now, it's was done by the same production team, well, at least the same director as White Zombie, and was originally intended as somewhat of a sequel to it, but rights and issues and lawsuits kept it from actually being so. But there are a lot of themes that carry over from White Zombie to Revolt of the Zombies, including several shots of Bela Lugosi's eyes. Now, Bela Lugosi otherwise does not appear in this film, so let's just strike that part right now. Now, this is a zombie film, only in the very loosest of senses. And as for a revolt of zombies, I guess at the climax is not untrue, but until the last 5 minutes of the film, just kind of again strike that from your head. This is more of a slow archaeological romance than what I call a horror film. Alright. So, up until like the very end of the film, I'd say the last 10-15 minutes, there's only one actual scene of zombies. Now, this isn't the Romero-style Walking Dead sort of zombies. This is the black magic turning people into mindless automatons style zombie. Now, this starts off with a Cambodian priest determined to lead a zombie army and has thrown in with the Allied forces during World War I. And essentially he is promised that his zombie troops could take a trench in ways that other men could not. However, and so we do actually see pretty much one scene of that. After that, it's pretty much people have decided that this power is probably not something we should be toying around with by robbing people of their free will, and they decide that all knowledge of this power should be destroyed. So most of the film is a trip to the ruins of Angkor to find the knowledge of this and destroy it. Meanwhile, down there is a love triangle that has blossomed between Claire Duvall, the name of the character, not the... because I think there's an actress also. I don't think it's Shelley Duvall, maybe. But Claire Duvall, Armand, and Cliff. Now, so she's in love with one of them, and he loves her, but is too passive to actually make a move, so she gets engaged to the other guy in order to press him into actually doing something, and it gets complicated. More of the movie is about that love triangle than zombies. So, she wants to be with, how is it? I keep crossing the two because the guy is kind of dressed and looks similarly. It's okay. She wants to be with Clifford, but gets with Armand, but just to make Clifford jealous before finally getting back together with Clifford. Now, Armand is still in love with her, and he ultimately is the one who discovers the zombie formula. Lord then, and is encouraged to go to great lengths by another general who is so mustache-twirlingly evil that it's almost comedic. Anyway, he decides to go dull ruthlessness to get what he wants, and uses the zombie powder to zombify his servant, I guess. Now, one part I'm a little unclear on is he uses this power and then this tablet to essentially telepathically control him. But then he starts just telepathically controlling other people, and it kind of implies he does it at a great distance, even without the powder. So it could be just he unlocks something in himself that allows it, but it's a little unclear at that point. Now, he essentially uses his thing to hypnotize people to create a pathway for him to get to the woman he wants to be with. But he doesn't use the power on her because he doesn't want to go that far with it. So that's most of what the movie is. The Revolt portion comes at the end where he essentially decides to give up the power to prove his love to her, and everyone snaps back to their senses, and we gotta get this guy so he doesn't do this to us again, and there's your Revolt. It's more Revolt of the former zombies. Now, the movie is paced decently, and it's only an hour and 5 minutes, so it's a quick sit. And, well, some parts lag a little in the middle, it's not a boring movie. So it's not nearly as bad as Oasis of the Zombies, but while some of the things are interesting, it doesn't really take the time to develop a lot of it, and essentially if you're coming here looking for any kind of actual zombie horror, look elsewhere. Gonna give this one 2 MacGuffins. It wasn't terrible, but it definitely was. It's very dated, and there's nothing here that really that brings into a big draw. So it's not bad, but I wouldn't quite recommend it. So, Revolt of the Zombies, 2 MacGuffins. Alright, all on this one. Have a good night.